dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good morning, I'm Brittany Nauta. Today is Saturday, February 28th. Let's check in with meteorologist Brandon Orr for a look at your forecast this morning. It's hard to believe it was just 1 week ago we were sitting here and talking about a totally different story. Today, a little bit drier.
It's been so busy on the weekends recently. A lot of interesting weather going on. Finally get a quiet day out there today, at least while it lasts.
Yeah.
It's about to get interesting once again. A very complicated forecast. I'll still need the forecast just before we went on. I don't think you understand anything I said, because there's so much going on over the next week. It's one thing to another.
Yeah.
But at least it's nice out right now. It's a little bit chilly out there. You can see on our traffic cameras the roads are mainly clear. That's some good news. And there's still a lot of snow on the side of the roads and on the grass out there. So that's what's keeping our temperatures cool at night as well. Still 18 degrees up at the Mountain Parkway near Slade and 22 degrees out near I-75 near both London and Corbin. Pinpoint Doppler is mainly dry. You can see a little bit of white off towards the northwest over Lexington. There's a little bit of snow moving in across eastern Kentucky, but the problem is the air is so dry, a lot of it's not making it down towards the ground. You can actually see a lot of blue off towards the west, so it looks like we're getting some snow over the course of the day today, but we're actually not. A lot of it I'm expecting to dry up before it makes it here to eastern Kentucky. So as the snow is falling, it's hitting a layer of dry air and will be evaporating before it actually makes it down to the ground. So it's actually snowing today, but you actually just won't see it, at least down here near the surface. So temperatures right around 18 degrees in Jackson. That's the same up towards Paintsville. A little bit warmer out towards I-75, right around 22 degrees and 21 down towards Middlesboro and Bell County. We'll all make it up into the 30s during the day today, but that's about it. That's still well below average for this time of year, and it's dry out there for at least right now, but that changes by the time we get into the day tomorrow. We could even start out as a little bit of freezing rain. There's some snow in the forecast. We were telling you it's a complicated forecast. We'll break it down for you coming up in about 10 minutes, Brittany.
Thanks, Brandon. Pike County deputies are investigating a theft that happened at the PHELPS fire station. Many people in the county went several days without water, including the PHELPS area, so local fire stations handed out drinking water. When the station ran out of water to hand out, one man did not take no for an answer.
The guy had actually put a couple cases back, a couple boxes back to take home to his family. And what we can find out, you know, the guy just kind of raised his shirt and showed a weapon and said, you know, I'm here to get my water and I want my water.
Deputies are not releasing any information about the man, saying the case is still under investigation. Within 24 hours, everyone in Perry County should have their water back on. Hazard Mayor Jimmy Linden says about 400 homes have no water right now. That's mainly in the Chavez and Buckhorn communities. However, he expects all services to be restored by this morning.
You know, they've really worked hard, especially in that 17 below degree weather. So my hat's off to them.
The county-wide boil water advisory will be lifted as soon as tests come back saying the water is safe to drink. While the winter weather put a chill on some businesses, others are seeing a major boost. From worn tires to broken pipes, plumbers and body shops are in high demand. WYMT's Erica Glover talked to some who say business could not be better.
This is the first of many stops for Patrick Gooden.
I've found several foundation vents open, doors under the houses open, cracks around, things going outside like flues and chimney pipes and just crazy stuff that should have been blocked off in the summertime.
If your pipes are cracked during chilly temperatures, Gooden says you will have a problem.
Well, the advice that I'm giving people now is where the water's been off and they don't know if they have busted pipes is before you leave your house, make sure that you've turned off the water main, because if you come to town and they get the city water back on, by the time you get back, you've got serious damage to your home.
At the Victory Towing and Body Shop in Perry County, mechanics say they're facing a different kind of problem.
We've done it as much as we could, pull many people out of the ditch. Some of them we couldn't even get it, the weather condition.
He says the calls keep coming in from drivers with battery issues.
We went all the way to Pikeville, Paintsville, Prestonsburg, Manchester, Leicester County, Nottingham County.
Doing their best to keep up with the winter weather.
The owner of that car shop says he's been around for 18 years, and this is one of the first weeks in a long time he's had to get extra help to meet his demand. One casualty of the recent winter weather was the SOAR Strategy Summit. The event is now scheduled to be held May 11th at the East Kentucky Expo Center in Pikeville. Nearly 1,000 people pre-registered for the summit, and those registrations will be honored in May. Another hit to the coal industry. Friday, the U.S. Coal Corporation idled the majority of mining operations and its Licking River division in Magoffin and Breathitt counties. The Salyersville mayor says the mine in Magoffin County laid off 100 people yesterday and 50 miners earlier this week at its Tip Top location. He says it's the last operating mine in Magoffin County. Kentucky Coal Association President Bill Bissett released this statement about the layoffs. Quote, "This difficult decision was brought on by poor market conditions and a difficult regulatory environment. The company is presently seeking to sell its assets and is very hopeful that a new owner will be able to put a number of hardworking coal miners back to work," end quote. A Harlan County man is recovering following a crash that sent him to the hospital. State police say it happened along US 119 in Harlan. Witnesses told them they watched as David Blanton crossed the center line and then came back across, hitting another car. Blanton had to be flown to Holston Valley Medical Center, where told charges could be filed. Deputies say they found a Martin County man passed out in his car at an Inez gas station. We're told Mike McCoy was passed out with a string tied around his leg and a syringe in his hand. Deputies say he failed a field sobriety test. He faces DUI, among other charges. Laurel County deputies are looking for a man who is accused of importing crystal meth. They need your help finding 37-year-old Robert McFadden. He's also accused of distributing the crystal meth and using an underage woman for drug trafficking. A $500 reward is being offered. Anyone with information is asked to call 606-864-6600. Laurel County man now admits he caused a deadly hit-and-run crash last year. Deputies say 51-year-old Anthony Raymond pleaded guilty to second-degree manslaughter. As part of a plea deal, prosecutors recommended he receive 10 years in prison. Police say Raymond's car pulled out into the path of Randolph Scott's motorcycle on Highway 25 in May. Scott later died from his injuries. Police say Raymond ran off after the crash and was arrested 1 week later. So often we bring you stories of car crashes that end in tragedy for one or more families, but on rare occasions we can share a story of recovery. We first told you about Alex Wente back in November. That's when the Knott County native was in a crash in Indiana that left him in a coma. But now, less than 6 months later, he's back home with his family making plans for the future. WYMT's Morgan Lentis has his story.
When Kelly Roper got the call every mother hopes she'll never get.
The detective called and he said that Alex had been in a horrific accident and had sustained major head trauma and was unconscious but breathing on his own.
She worried she'd never see her 5 boys running around the house together, playing like they once did.
We at one point had someone come in and told us that there was no hope. You're inconsolable at that point because it's your baby. I don't care if they're 20 years old, it's your baby.
Life for this family may never be the same as it once was.
He has some purpose, or God would not have initially let him survive.
Slowly, though, they are finding a new normal with Alex back home. I asked him how he's doing.
A lot better.
Alex suffered a traumatic brain injury when his car collided with another one in Jeffersonville, Indiana last year. Every day he has to fight the muscles in his body to do tasks that once seemed mundane. And while his hands might shake, the progress he's made is nothing short of a miracle.
So even when everybody had given up, I knew, he's going to come out of this.
Alex is already thinking toward the future. He says constant support from his loved ones keeps him motivated.
What did that mean to you?
Nothing.
It seems the accident didn't take away his sense of humor.
Thank you, and good night.
Proving to us all that nothing is ever really a lost cause.
Alex says he wants to get back to playing his guitar, drawing, and most importantly, walking. He'll continue to go to a rehab center in Louisville for help with all of that. Many of us may jump into a car and never think twice about buckling up, but for some others, we make excuses not to. Dashcam video from northern Kentucky gives us a look at the importance of seatbelts. While on I-75 northbound in Grant County, a truck driver caught this on tape. You can look in the distance and you'll see a mountaineer drift from the left to the right lane, losing control. 3 people were thrown out because police say they weren't wearing seatbelts. The front passenger was tossed down into the ditch. The driver was also thrown out, and the SUV landed on a 5-year-old boy, breaking both of his legs.
Of course, as a parent and being in this profession, you know, the worst of the worst runs through your mind.
Conrad points out that this could have been even worse, and preventing most accidents is simple. So far, no charges have been filed against the 23-year-old driver. Coming up on Mountain News this morning, has a tax refund landed in your pocket yet? Well, the IRS says early bird filers are getting more cash than ever this year. And coming up in sports district championship highlights, we'll show you 4 of the biggest games from Friday night, including a wild finish at the 47th district.
And enjoy the dry weather today, at least while it lasts. There's some rain, freezing rain, and even some snow in the 7-day forecast. It's coming up next.
Well, this whole week has been a wild ride as far as the weather goes. It looks like it's not going to stop.
It's not going to stop. We get a little bit of a break,
yeah,
at least for today. That's all we need is at least one day to try and recover a little bit before we see a little bit more winter weather and some rain. It's a complicated forecast over the next week. And there's still some snow on the ground this morning. So this is what it looks like outside in Rowan County. This is up near Moorhead. And you can see lots of snow on the ground up there. Some big piles still hanging around. That's what's keeping our temperatures pretty chilly during the overnight hours. Not much snow going on in pinpoint Doppler across eastern Kentucky, although you can see a little bit of white, especially on up towards Lexington. That's a little bit of flurries that are trying to move through the area. The problem is the air is so dry. A lot of it is evaporating. And in fact, it's snowing across much of eastern Kentucky above us. It's just not making it down to the ground. It's drying up. And you can see how a lot of it starts to push in from the west and then just disappears as it moves into the area. We're going to continue to see that trend go throughout the day today. Temperatures are plenty cold enough for snow if it would make it down to the ground. 18 degrees over towards Paintsville, 17 in Jackson. 20 down towards Middlesboro and Bell County. A lot of the warm air, if you want any warm air whatsoever, you have to go all the way down towards Miami, Florida. They were into the middle 80s just a couple days ago, and the cold air is firmly in place across the rest of the eastern United States. Single digits, almost below 0 up towards the Great Lakes near Michigan. So you can see lots of blue off towards the west. It looks like it's going to be snowing during the day today as this pushes eastward. But like I mentioned, we're going to see that dry air hold pretty firm across eastern Kentucky. So I don't expect it to snow during the day today. Maybe a flurry or two, and that would be the most of it. So as we go throughout today, lots of clouds in place, mostly cloudy skies. As we go into the overnight hours, though, look where our temperatures dip down to, right around the freezing mark as rain starts to push in. So some of this rain that you see here could be in the form of some light freezing rain. And we've seen this countless times already this winter where the cold air really holds strong in some of the valleys because the cold air is really dense. So it sinks down towards the bottom of the valleys and doesn't want to move out in time for this rain to push on in. So we could see some light freezing rain, a light glaze in spots on Sunday before changing over to all rain in the afternoon hours, and temperatures right around 40 degrees during the day on Monday. So another cold day in store. Could even end as a burst of light snow or two late Monday before we're dry during the afternoon. And we're going to see this brief break continue at least until Tuesday morning, and then more changes on the way. Another round of rainfall Tuesday into Wednesday, and it could even change over to snow on Thursday. And between these two storm systems, the one moving in on Sunday and the one moving in Tuesday into Wednesday, we could see a swath of 2 to 4 inches of rain from Arkansas all the way up through Kentucky and then all the way up towards western Pennsylvania. This is a pretty significant amount of rain for this time of year, especially coupled with the snow that's already on the ground. We have to add about an inch of liquid that's locked up within our snow cover that we have right now onto those rainfall totals. So we could see some river flooding by the time we get towards the middle of the work week, specifically on Wednesday when we see the heaviest of the rain move through. When we keep a close eye on that, we could see some major river flooding in a couple of the rivers. 45 degrees on Wednesday, and then we see a changeover to snow Wednesday night and through the day on Thursday. So we could see a round of some light accumulations during the day on Thursday. Still far out though, we have some time to watch it, but temperatures really cool back on down. And you can see the bigger story is actually the temperatures right around 57 on Tuesday. And we could see another round of early morning freezing rain. Could even make it up near 60 degrees in a couple areas on Tuesday. So you can see lots of weather going on.
Don't mind me, I was just getting my flight to Miami.
Oh yeah, I need to go there too sometime.
Now we've got some sunshine in the forecast.
Yeah, I'll take the upper 50s. That's actually a heat wave compared to what we've seen this past week.
We'll be looking forward to that. Yeah. We'll have more mountain news in just a moment.
This is WYMT Mountain Sports, your home for the Kentucky Wildcats and local high school sports.
Good morning to you. Two of the favorites to win the 15th region tournament next week come from the same district, the 57th, but as of late, the district title has belonged to Johnson Central, winning the last two. Here we go, Schmiegel, the Eagle. Yes, he's became a favorite here at WIMT, showing off his little flappy wings to our camera girl, Lauren Cash, where Sheldon Clark, like I said, trying to end that two-game winning streak that Johnson Central has back-to-back. They're winning the district titles. Golden Eagles having their way on offense to start the game. That's Mason Blair. Might want to go guard him. He's in the corner. 3 of his 13 points. Johnson Central by 5. Chase Parsley, though, he'll raise you one from about 30. 34 points, 8 assists, 3 steals for the senior Cardinal. UPike top plate contender here. 0.2 of a second left on the clock, and that's how the first quarter ends. Kyle Gullett tips it in. Let's go third quarter now. Braxton Blair working it inside, slings it on in there. Timeout, Sheldon Clark, Eagles by 9. Cardinals going to run to start the fourth. Parsley picks Blair's pocket. Okay, coast to coast, got a wide open lane. All right, I'm just going to back it out and we'll set up a play. Oh, yeah, this is the play. Chase Parsley once again from about 30. Goodness. They needed to play extra basketball, and there's a new 57th district champ. Sheldon Clark defeats Johnson Central 77-68. Perry Central, Buckhorn, they meet for the third time this season. Last night, Perry won the previous 2 matchups, but they were both close games. As we take a couple flashbacks and look at those last 2 games. This time, they're playing for the 54th district crown. Here we go, first quarter. Braxton Beverly steals the rock from Peyton Cooper, goes behind his back and over the shoulder to Damon Tobler. Tobler for 2 there. A few plays later, Tobler steals the ball and gets it out to Beverly, back to Tobe. Bev and Tobe working their stuff. Big night for Dame Buckets. Buckhorn on the break now. Crank gets it to Shannon Blank. The mullet scores. Doors, though, up big early. Fourth quarter, it's Tobler still doing work. What a man-child. Goodness. All right, back to Beverly now. He gets it out to Braxton Whitmore as the Commodores trying to put the nail in the coffin. They would. Cooper, though, the Cooper mullet still fighting. 3 from the wing, that's good. Wildcats, though, would come up short after a long night for the Horn. Perry wins by a final score 53-29. South Floyd, Allen Central, 14 years since the 2 programs squared off with one another in the finals of the district tournament, both looking to end district championship droughts. Raiders strike first. Andrew Tackett to Brad Oosley. That's a 3 ball. That's good. How about another assist for Tackett? Shuffles it to Papa Trammell. Papa. Can I have a 2? Yes. Raiders open the game on a 9-0 run. Rebels finally get on the board. Brett Salmons from the wing. That's good. More Raiders. Hunter Johnson driving in. Gets the bucket to beat the Horn. South Floyd by 6 after 1. Let's go second quarter now. You can't leave Devin Horn open. There, he'll do that. And then Raiders not bending, though. Here's a UPike top plate contender, J.D. Tackett. The no-look pass to Jacob Collins. But like I said, let's go back to Devin Horn. Central down 17-16 at the half, third quarter. Let's go to Horn. Rebels take a 2-point lead with that, but South Floyd holds Allen Central to just 3 of 16 shooting in the second half as the Raiders win the 58th district championship. All right, Pulaski head football coach and state champ John Hines enjoying some popcorn for the girls' 47th district championship. Somerset, Pulaski, let's do this and get your popcorn ready because this one was a good one. Second quarter, Brinley Bigelow. 12 for Bigelow in the game. Later, Ariel McGinnis from the wing. 4-3. Her only bucket of the game. Somerset leads by 2 at the break. Second half, Miranda Mills, 4 hands in her face. Still gets a go. 22 in the game for Mills. Fourth quarter, Pulaski down 2. Peyton Ingram. 1-point game. Later, Jariah Privet gives the Lady Maroons the lead. 39-36, 12 for Privet. Somerset not going away, though. Bigelow, Racker. And then Mills from the wing. Tie game at 46. Flash forward. We got 11.4 seconds left. The game tied at 50, and here we go. Ingram gets it at the corner of the free throw line, drives in. Go Wild, Pulaski County. Ball game, and for the first time in 17 years, Pulaski County wins the district championship 52-50. That was a wild one. Hope you'll join us on the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime Saturday night tonight. Warren Cash and I will have plenty of good stuff. That's a look at sports this morning. Enjoy your morning.
Two of Wall Street's heavy hitters have new leaders, and who's the richest person in the world? CBS's Marley Hall has those stories and more in today's Money Watch report.
Wall Street ended the week on a down note after some big players saw major losses in their quarterly earnings reports. Weight Watchers shares lost more than a third of their value because profits fell well below investors' expectations. Struggling retailer JCPenney shares dropped nearly 6%. The Dow lost nearly 82 points. The Nasdaq fell 24 points. Fiat Chrysler has expanded its worldwide recall to fix a stalling problem on some of its models. The recall for vehicles in North America was announced last September. This recall of nearly 470,000 vehicles is for 2012 and 2013 Dodge Durangos and 2011 Jeep Grand Cherokees outside of North America. Dealers will install a new fuel pump on the recalled vehicles. The automaker says so far there have been no reports of any crashes or injuries because of the problem. More Americans bought new homes in January. The National Association of Realtors says new home sales were up 1.7% over December figures. Analysts say that's a sign that despite a slow start at the beginning of the year, new home sales are gaining momentum. That's your Money Watch. For all your business news, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. In New York, I'm Marley Hall.
The early birds who have already filed their tax returns are apparently catching a whole lot more worms. The IRS says it's already paid out $125 billion in refunds. That's from some 50 million tax returns already filed. And get this, a whopping 83% of those files qualified for a refund. The average check weighs in a hefty $3,120. That's over $300,000 more than the average. People are expecting large refunds typically file earlier. Those who will owe Uncle Sam come April 15th are more likely to procrastinate. Identity theft remains the top concern of American consumers. That's according to an annual report from the Federal Trade Commission. There's been a rash of recent security breaches, including those at Home Depot and Anthem Health Insurance. Those two incidents potentially affected tens of millions of Americans, but there's another concern rising. Crooks falsely claiming to be government officials and trying to gather personal information from victims. The FTC says they received about 160,000 such complaints last year. That's more than twice the number of complaints from a year earlier.
It's a nice dry day today. We have a nice break from all the bad weather we've seen over the past few weeks. 20 degrees below zero, snow, sleet, freezing rain, and we have it once again in the 7-day forecast, but not today. This is what we're looking at today, down towards I-75. Not too bad. Temperatures right around 37 degrees over towards London, 39 in Corbin, 42 down towards Williamsburg. I think we'll hit the 40s down there along the Tennessee border, but the mid to upper 30s along the Kentucky River Valley from Hazard on up towards Beattyville. Some locations may only make it up to around the freezing mark from West Liberty and Morgan County north of the Mountain Parkway up towards Louisa. I think it'll be a little bit warmer. We'll make it above freezing down.
You can join us with WYMT to go. Share it with email, text, Twitter, or Facebook. And the app is free. Sponsored by Appalachian Wireless.
Vision loss.
Rain during the afternoon hours, 45 degrees. 40 on Monday. That's when we get another brief break from the rainfall before we start to warm up a little bit with plenty of rain on Tuesday, 57 degrees. And then the rain changes over to snow. We could even see some river flooding on Wednesday before that changed over to snow Wednesday night into Thursday. So a long 7-day forecast. We'll have to take it day by day. We'll have our next half hour of Mountain News This Morning coming up next.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, This is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good morning, I'm Brittany Nauta. Today is Saturday, February 28th. Let's check in with meteorologist Brandon Orr for a look at your forecast this morning. It's hard to believe we're almost in March and we still have some snow on the ground.
I know. Spring is not too far away, though.
No.
That doesn't mean we're done with the cold weather. It's still nice to know that spring is only a few weeks away. It's a nice day today, though. Can't complain. A nice sunrise out there. This is what it looks like out towards Breathitt County. This is up at the weather office in Jackson. You can see a pretty nice sunrise there. Lots of snow still on the ground. You can see it going all through the mountains. And temperatures are right around 17 degrees, thanks to some of that snow that's still on the ground. That keeps our temperatures a little bit colder at night. And you can see some high clouds in the background as well. Those are going to continue to move in. They're even producing a few flurries at times off towards western Kentucky, but the air is so dry across eastern Kentucky that it's hard to get a lot of this to make it down towards the ground. So you can see a little bit of blue off towards the west, but that's going to continue to stay there. A lot of this will almost hit a wall by the time it makes it to eastern Kentucky as it all dries up as it pushes on into the area. So dry air in place now. That's going to save us for the day today, but it's not going to last for too long. Temperatures right around 17 degrees from Paintsville to Jackson. A little bit warmer out towards the Cumberland River Valley into the lower 20s. And then we make it up to around 37 degrees later on this afternoon. That's it. Our average high temperature this time of year is around 50. So you can see how far below average we've been over the past few weeks. And then there's some warm-ups and also some cool downs ahead. That could mean some rain and even some flooding, changing over to snow problems. We'll have the full 7-day forecast coming up here shortly, Brittany.
A water crisis fuels anxiety. After days without running water in Pike County, police say irritation set one man off. Sheriff's deputies told WYMT's Alex Casper Peak he threatened a juvenile and took at least one case of water. It all happened as the Phelps Volunteer Fire Department ran out of handouts.
As the water ran dry in Pike County with nearly 75% of people without water, tensions ran high. The frustrations became evident during a crime at the Phelps fire station.
What we can find out, the guy just kind of raised his shirt and showed a weapon and said, I'm here to get my water and I want my water.
The man took water that was meant for the family of a juvenile helping out, who also did not have water. Firefighters tell me they were giving out one case per family to try and get water to everyone who needs it. Firefighters tell me their only goal was to make sure the community was being taken care of.
That gives us pleasure, being able to help them. Now, we as firemen, we're members of this community, and we deserve to have water too.
Officials say they did have to turn some people down as they ran out of bottled water.
They brought us 4 pallets of water the first day, and it was gone within 30 minutes. The next day they brought us 8 pallets. It didn't last more than an hour.
As they try to serve their community and also take care of their loved ones back at home. In Pike County, Alex Casper Peak, WYMT Mountain News.
No one was injured during the theft. The sheriff says he hopes to charge the man with first-degree robbery. The case will go before a grand jury on March 5th. We spoke to Mountain Water District officials yesterday. They're hopeful all of Pike County will have water before the weekend is over. They tell us they're currently working to restore water to the last 7% of customers who are without it. Many areas do have water under a boil water advisory, and you can visit WYMT.com for those areas. Meteorologists with the National Weather Service in Jackson say widespread river flooding is possible towards the middle of the week, and they want you to be prepared. They say they're monitoring a system which could drop heavy rainfall across the state. That additional rain on top of melting snow is their concern. The severity of the flooding is still in question, though.
It's just trying to figure out exactly where that heaviest rainfall sets up. If that sets up over us, and we're talking, 4 inches of rain or potentially more, then that could produce flooding that we haven't seen here in a decade or more.
The recent wintry weather provided a boost for some businesses. Mechanics at Victory Towing Body Shop in Hazard say the latest round of nasty weather likely put an extra wear and tear on many vehicles, tires, and batteries. The owner says their phone keeps ringing with drivers across eastern Kentucky needing a tow. Blood centers in the area are seeing a shortage in donations after the snow and cold weather caused many cancellations. Officials tell us, along with losing many walk-in donations over the past 2 weeks, 50 drives have been canceled because of the weather. That equals a loss of more than 1,000 donations.
We have to have the blood, it's the hospitals still need it, whether we, are able to collect it or not. So we have to get in here to get it, so we'll have it.
Starting today, anyone who donates at a Kentucky Blood Center location will receive a shirt that says, "I bleed Kentucky blue." Officials hope this will bring in more donors. A Suffolk County man will be back in court next month to face murder charges. Prosecutors say Sean Harden was drunk when he caused a crash last year, killing 4 people and injuring another. Lee Campbell, Pearl Armstrong, Adam Fugit, and Joshua Thorpe all died in the crash. Harden pleaded not guilty in the case. A pretrial conference is set for March 6th. The jailer in Pulaski County says he's had to file additional charges on inmates, all because of what they're accused of doing behind bars. The 10 inmates are mostly accused of sneaking in drugs, weapons, and various other items. During a recent search, the jailer says one inmate got so mad he stuffed a uniform, blanket, and pillow in the commode, which shut down the entire drainage system. The jailer says the recent crackdown is part of a new philosophy.
Since January taking over, the current administration has tried to change things to make it safer for the inmates, safer for the employees here.
Most of the inmates are charged with promoting contraband, but the drainage incident resulted in an allegation of criminal mischief. In Rockcastle County, the search continues for 2 men wanted for a robbery at a Rockcastle County business. State police say the masked men held up the Broadhead Tobacco and Tan store around 11 Thursday night. Police searched the area, but the 2 men got away. Investigators say one was armed with a gun and the other had a knife. The store clerk was not hurt. 3 people were arrested at a Floyd County home. Officers found cocaine and thousands of dollars. The arrest happened Thursday. $500, guns, cocaine, and prescription medication were all found inside of the home. The names of those who were arrested are not yet released. One Wise County, Virginia man faces a sexual assault charge. Deputies arrested 40-year-old Jody Michael Gibson yesterday morning. Gibson is accused of sexually assaulting a child in Norton. We're told he's charged with animate object sexual penetration of a minor and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. When deputies arrested Gibson, he was found with an unknown substance in his home, and that was sent off for testing. Another blow to the coal industry, this time in Magoffin County. The Salyersville mayor tells us coal in Tip Top shut down operations Friday. We're told 100 people were laid off yesterday. 50 miners lost their jobs earlier this week. The mayor says it is the last mine in Magoffin County. A Knott County man seriously hurt in a car crash is back home. We've been following Alex Wenty's progress over the last few months. He was in a coma for 8 weeks before eventually waking up, and now he's back home with his 4 brothers learning to talk and walk again.
He's very strong-willed, he always has been, and maybe I think that's part of the reason he came this far this fast. But it will also be what determines how far he gets.
Wenty is 20 years old. He'll have to go back to Louisville to continue with his rehab. Straight ahead on That News this morning, Apple is back with its secretive announcements. Could that mean a new product? And later we'll check in with Jason Lindsay to see what he's working for us on this morning's Hooked on Science segment.
And the rain is moving in tomorrow, and it could start as freezing rain. I'll tell you what you need to know about road conditions for the end of the weekend.
Of wild weather coming up in the forecast, but most importantly, we have warmer temperatures, which I'm looking forward to.
We do. It's been a while since we've had that. It's hard to believe, like I mentioned a little bit earlier on, that our average high for this time of year is around 50. It doesn't feel like it.
Not this year.
Not this year. We're getting winter all compacted in about 2 weeks' time, and we still have more winter left to go. We've seen big snowfalls as late as April. I remember April 4th, quite some time ago, the 1980s, April 4th, we saw a big snowfall around here. So,
well, no,
I know I'm not making many friends when I say that, but we still have a lot of winter to go. But at least it's nice out there right now. We have a pretty nice sunrise outside of our studios. This is what it looks like looking over downtown Hazard. You can see some high, thin clouds there in the background, but a pretty nice sunrise. And the sun's not going to be too prominent during the day today. We'll see mostly cloudy skies, especially a little bit later on as a disturbance continues to push towards the area, but there's a lot of dry air in place, and that's eating up a lot of the snow that's associated with it. So not much in the way of snowfall during the day today, but things could get a little bit interesting with some rain and even some freezing rain during the day tomorrow. So pinpoint Doppler is nice and dry right now. You see a little bit of blue off towards and some white off towards Lexington. That's a little bit of flurries that's pushing on through. A lot of it's not even making it down towards the ground. Can't find any observations up there of snow because the air is so dry near the ground. There's some moisture up near the clouds, so as the snow is falling, it dries up about halfway down towards the surface, and we're nice and dry down here. So that's what we're going to continue to see today, is a lot of that snow that's pushing in from the west start to erode, with temperatures slowly starting to warm up now. 17 degrees up towards Paintsville. That's the same over towards Jackson. Still into the low 20s, though, off towards I-75. So it's pretty cold all across eastern Kentucky. Like we mentioned earlier, if you want some warmer weather, you have to go all the way down towards Miami and Key West, Florida, because it's cold, below average everywhere. Single digits over towards 14 degrees in New York, and even below zero up towards the Canadian border. So some of that colder air will continue to filter on into the area overnight tonight, as some moisture gets going well off towards the west. So as this snow starts to die out, eventually it will moisten up enough to where we see a little bit of freezing rain during the day tomorrow. So during the day today, mostly cloudy skies. Highs right around 41 degrees. That's about 10 degrees below our average high for this time of year. And then temperatures drop near freezing overnight tonight into early Sunday morning as some rain starts to push on in. It's not going to be a widespread rain, but we'll see some light sprinkles and light rain areas at times during the day on Sunday. So we could see a glaze of ice as you're going out to church or you're out and about early Sunday morning. You want to keep a close eye on that. We'll be here from 8 to 9 tomorrow morning with updates on pinpoint Doppler. But the afternoon, I think it changes over to all rain and temperatures safely above freezing. So not looking at too much in the way of ice. Could see a brief changeover early in the day on Monday to some light snow showers, but for the most part, it's going to be majority rain. We get a brief break by Monday afternoon. Enjoy it while it lasts. It's going to be chilly though. Temperatures into the 30s, but we have more rain on the way, especially Tuesday into Wednesday, and could even change over to snow on Thursday. So when you add this storm that we're getting on Sunday with the storm that we're getting towards the middle of the work week, we're looking at a swath of 2 to 4 inches right through the heart of Kentucky all the way up towards Pennsylvania. This is significant rainfall for this time of year. We just came out of a significant rainfall event last weekend as well. We had around 2 to 3 inches of rain, and we're getting another dose of it. And combine that with the snow that's on the ground, there's about an inch of water locked up in the snow across eastern Kentucky, 2 to 3 inches of water locked up in the snow across the Virginia border, where they still have a decent amount of snow on the ground. We have to add that to the rainfall totals we're getting, and that's a lot of water that's going into some of our rivers. That's why we could see some river flooding by the middle of the work week. 45 degrees on Wednesday. Temperatures starting to fall pretty sharply. That's when we could see a changeover to some snow by Wednesday night and through the day on Thursday. Watching that one closely, it could provide some light snow accumulations across the area as cold weather returns. Of course, unfortunately, Brittany, some single-digit temperatures by the end of the work week.
Well, if it's going to be cold out, you may as well enjoy it, because you know what wintertime means? Dancing time. That's what it means for one man who is dancing in the streets in Detroit.
Terrence Williams has been cutting a rug, or rather a piece of pavement, on a street corner for the past 3 years, and he turns more than a few heads.
Williams says he started dancing to help him lose weight, and it's working. He's dropped more than 50 pounds since he started.
Well, maybe we should do that here.
Yeah, just turn the music on. We'll start dancing.
No, I'll save myself the embarrassment for this next story. But I do have a question for you. Do you have an iPhone?
I have an iPhone. Yeah, I do have
a
an
lot
iPhone.
of us have an iPhone, and Apple is back with its secretive announcements, and that usually means a new product.
The company is holding a special event on March 9th. It's expected to discuss the Apple Watch, exactly what it does and when it will be available.
Apple mentioned the watch before, but skipped on some very important details. The battery life, for instance, is rumored to be less than a day.
And it's not a cheap toy. It starts at about $350. Would you do that?
I don't know if I would get. I don't even wear regular watches, so I don't know if I would be.
Well, I hardly know how to use my iPhone, so I don't know if that's really for me. Well, here's something that you don't see every day. 2 llamas on the lam.
I know a lot of us have seen this already, but check out this video one more time. The animals darted through traffic, backyards, dodged police and wranglers for about an hour before getting nabbed. The llamas got loose as they were about to do patient therapy work at an assisted living facility.
And they're now back with their owners. You can file this story under #LlamaDrama.
That's just as good as the story we did about the rhinos escaping from the zoo.
Yeah.
Towards the Middle East.
What'd you do if you were outside and all of a sudden llamas came by?
Just see them randomly
normal.
walk by?
Yeah, just normal.
All right, we'll be right back.
Leonard Nimoy, who played Mr. Spock on Star Trek, died at his Los Angeles home Friday. The 83-year-old was suffering from chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. He attributed it to his years of smoking. Nimoy was hospitalized earlier this week. His career in show business spanned more than 6 decades, and including stints as a stage actor, television guest star, series regular, and movie veteran. He also directed a handful of films, including the box office hit 3 Men and a Baby in 1987. Well, it's a photo that's divided friends, offices, and yes, even newsrooms. Even science is addressing the dress. Everyone's been asking, what color do you see? The image has become a viral sensation because it proves our eyes can actually play tricks on us. But as Ginny Moose reports, the scientific answers may leave you scratching your head.
Would somebody please put this dress back in the closet?
Blue and black.
Tan and white.
Blue and black.
Well, I saw white and gold, and anyone who says differently is nuts. Not since the Monica Lewinsky scandal has there been such a frenzy over a blue dress, or maybe you see it as gold.
It's crazy. I love it, but I hate it, you know?
It's a conspiracy by the white and gold people to make the blue and blacks look crazy.
How can people look at the exact same photo and see different colors? Better ask an eminent ophthalmologist.
And people who've spent their lives studying this tell me that they know this exists, but that in the 30 or 40 years in their careers, they've never seen a single picture bring out the difference like this one is.
What? Taylor Swift tweeted, "I'm confused and scared. P.S. It's obviously blue and black." Speaker of the House John Boehner concurred on #TheDress.
All our perceptions are colored by quirkiness of our wiring.
Dr. Julia Haller says individuals differ in how we perceive color, and there's something about the lighting, the angle, and the digital quality of this image that makes our brains susceptible to processing it by adding or subtracting white light. Does anybody get this?
I can officially confirm that the color is royal blue with black trimming.
The company that sells the dress for $77 says sales of this particular design are up 850%. They may start making it in white and gold.
If I could find a dress that changed colors for different people, I would buy it.
But in this case, it's the image, not the dress, that changes color. For some, it changes right before their eyes.
Now the black is gold. I know I'm old, but I'm not dead yet.
You're confident that you understand this?
Well,
While scientists grapple, Lagos made their own versions of the dress. And those runaway llamas that captured America's heart were soon wearing black and blue and white and gold. This is like the Mona Lisa of ophthalmology. Ginny Moose, CNN.
Leonardo would have loved this.
New York.
At least the forecast looks pretty clear for today, at least for one day before we see some changes on the way for the day tomorrow. So let's go zone by zone. Let's start down towards the Cumberland River Valley, I-75, right around 37 degrees over towards London. A little bit warmer, though, in the counties bordering Tennessee. From Wayne County, McCreary, over towards Whitley, even Bell County could see lower 40s today. But I think we'll just stay into the upper 30s across the Kentucky River Valley from Hazard, Manchester, McKee, over towards Beattyville. And even just barely touching the freezing mark north of the Mountain Parkway up towards Louisa and Lawrence County, near Rowan, near Moorhead, West Liberty, but a little bit warmer, right around 37 degrees over towards Pikeville and down towards Elkhorn City in Pike County. But as I mentioned, some changes are on the way. We have some clouds around, especially later on this afternoon. They'll eventually produce some rainfall early Sunday morning with temperatures around freezing, because we could start out with a little bit of freezing rain Sunday morning, a light glaze, before it changes over to all rain by Sunday afternoon. And then we get a brief break on Monday, highs around 40. That's when another chance of rain, our second storm system, moves in on Tuesday. Could see another round of freezing rain to start that one, a light glaze as well, before changing over to all rain with highs into the upper 50s. Could even see some 60-degree marks broken by the time we get to late Tuesday into Wednesday, and then it changes over back to some snow Wednesday night and through the day on Thursday. Busy 7-day forecast. Don't forget Tuesday night's Mega Millions jackpot is now up to $15 million, and tonight's Powerball jackpot is $80 million. You're watching Mountain News This Morning right here on WYMT. Hooked on Science. What's next?
My science helper Ethan and I have created something called the Scribblebot. As you can see, it's scribbling all over our piece of paper. Basically, what we use to do this is the engineering design process. That's a series of steps used by an engineer as they solve problems. We identify a problem, we explore, we design, we create a prototype, we try it out, we make it better. Ethan, what is powering our Scribblebot?
A motor.
A motor, you're exactly right. So that motor sends vibrations through the cup to the markers, and those markers leave the ink behind, creating a wonderful work of art. You can learn more about this experiment and get the free experiment guide by going to hookedonscience.org.
Coming up on CBS this morning, Saturday, the man behind the mask. New information on the ISIS militant seen in beheading videos. Charlie Daggett takes you to his neighborhood in London. And gas prices on the rise. Should you expect more pain at the pump? What you need to know. Coming up in just minutes right here on WYMT. But let's get one more check at the weather before we leave you.
Yes, we also have some good news in the weather part. If you wake up and look at the radar app, you may see a little bit of snow off towards the west. It's not moving in. It's almost hitting a wall as it starts to move into eastern Kentucky. You can see over the past 6 hours all the dry air across eastern Kentucky just drying up a lot of that snowfall as it makes it into the area. But eventually it will get moist enough to where we see some rainfall during the day on Sunday. It could even start as a little bit of freezing rain on Sunday morning. We'll be here from 8 to 9 with details on that. Could see a glaze of ice out there and some slick roadways before everything starts to melt later in the day on Monday. Highs around 45 and a brief break on Monday around 40.
And we're back with more at 25 after the hour. Don't forget you can always find news and weather updates all day long on WYMT.com.
Have a great Saturday.